We're here with singing sensation Aristotle. Aristotle, you landed your first record deal at the age of 16. Your very first single, Lurkin, hit the top of the charts overseas. We know you as a backup and supporting vocalist for so many artists that we know and love. You've got this new venture going on, Aristotle's Reality Check. Tell us about Aristotle's Reality Check.
I think it was just an idea whose time had come. You know, I've been a singer for many years, but what a lot of people don't know is that I'm also a professional makeup artist. So I just felt like it was time to bring the world into that, because I really have not been able to do one without the other in the most recent years. I'm a makeup artist to many, well-known people, a couple of celebrities, as well as a host of different models, things like that. And along with my singing, I also have to do makeup. So I thought it would be a great idea to bring together a reality show to actually see the difference between that and what it's like trying to juggle those two lives.
What do you want people to learn about you from Aristotle's Reality Check?
That, yes, it's true, I am crazy. No, what I really want people to get from the show is the idea of never give up on your dreams.
In your new show, you do a very timely tribute to Trayvon Martin. And it's interesting, Trayvon's life has recently inspired many musical artists to come forward, speak about him, sing about him, take some type of political and social activist stance. Why do you think music artists in particular have been so moved by Trayvon Martin?
I think because the Trayvon Martin syndrome, it happens to so many of us. I did a tribute to Trayvon Martin, but I feel like there's Trayvon Martin in me. I feel like there's Trayvon Martin in you. I feel like Trayvon Martin is in all of us, and I just really felt compelled to do my part for his family, for his spirit, and for the thousands, maybe even millions of unsung Trayvon Martins that we never would hear anything about.
Cherie, what is your favorite duet with Aristotle?
My favorite duet with Aristotle, I guess it was the one we did just recently, One by U2 and Mary J. Blige. That was fun.
I had the privilege to see that. I think we've all seen them perform one. That's an amazing duet that the two of you do.
The lyrics are really, really meaningful. They're really touching. I really enjoy doing that song.
Yes, because I think we've all seen you two do duets before, but that one I thought was pretty magical. I mean, I think the room had goosebumps.
Oh, yes. Definitely. Yeah.
Danielle, you're a big sister, so you have to have some kind of embarrassing story about a little brother.
Oh gosh.
You can tell us. There's got to be one.
There might be one or two, but not very many more.
Okay.
Uranus has always been really super creative, and he used to dress up very dramatic and perform full, complete shows from beginning to end. When he was really young, we were all really young and stuff like that. But it was like second nature in our home because we come from an artistic family. So we've all been doing shows for forever. My sister, myself, we're his diamonds and pearls.
Yes.
Prince would be glad for me saying that.
And I paid them in candy. I paid them in candy, but now they want money.
These were original shows planned out, thought out, written down, that he was very committed in conceived costume, music, everything. And he is a gifted singer as well as a songwriter.
Yes.
And like I said, he's very talented and stuff, but there haven't been too many embarrassing moments or anything like that, but he's always taken everything that he does very seriously. And that's that's a great thing to have.
Yeah, because Sarah, you talked about the spiritual connection, which I know Jeannie and Aristotle had mentioned to me before, this new experience that they had going to, I think, the Savant Theater.
Yeah, Marianne Williamson.
How has that impacted you guys' lives? Like that aspect of cultivating your spirituality in that way?
I think for me, just by talking to him, I knew that he needed to go. And I knew I was the one who was going to bring him there. That's cool. So he'd always, no, I don't know, or, I don't know if I can make it that night. And finally I was like, you are coming. And then I remember that night that you did come, and
I absolutely
Right?
will never forget. And
Yeah.
thank you so much, because she's such an inspiration. And I don't want to plug, I don't know if she'll like me plugging her too much, but she's amazing. Yes.
Well, Drew, you were talking about how Aristotle, you know, one of his amazing qualities as a person, and also something that's really rare, because a lot of times you find people, especially in this industry, they're not trying to help other people. Like, it's more like, if you can help me, then you're useful. But to really just kind of open the doors to say, hey, just come be a part of this. Let's all do this together. You were talking about how amazing it was for you to just be invited to be a part of what he was doing. And that kind of helped you tap more into what you wanted to be.
Yeah, he really has an eye. You know, I think he sees that people have they're multifaceted, they have different talents, and he loves that. He loves to, you know, pull that in and say, be part of my show, and definitely fosters that in other people, which is a really generous, you know, giving quality. Even makeup artists too, you know, get to watch what he's doing and learn from him. And I think he could be a music mogul someday, fostering other people's talent. And also, I was going to say, when we were talking about the shows, every time I come to a show of his, I'm always blown away at how every detail is thought out. Every costume, every idea, you know, it just makes me think of like the House of Gaga. She's got a team of people doing all these things, you know, and I know Aristotle works closely with his sisters, but, you know, so much of it comes from inside of him, this inspiration. You see these songs thought about in different ways, and the costuming in a different way that you would think about. And I think it's really interesting. Collaborative.
Yes, yes. And lastly, Jeannie, you know, as a person that's so close in his life, you know, playing this role of a friend and being a personal assistant, how crazy must some of these nights be?
Oh my God. PG version, Jeannie.
Well, the truth.
It is so funny.
What's so amazing, I think, is like, you know, of course, you know, with the reality check television show, you're going to see so many amazing parts of Aristotle's life, you know, and both of his professions and his careers. But the most wonderful part about Aristotle is he is a great human being, a talented human being, a kind human being, a spiritual human being. And I think a lot of us here have touched on how incredibly giving and amazing he is. And that is his strength, is he's just the most incredibly beautiful human being that I really do know. And I really am sincere when I mean about that. And coupled with that is pure, total craziness, which makes it so fun all the time.
Balance, right?
There's a balance. It's both just wild, crazy, fun, amazing. I don't think you can be in this man's presence and not have the most amazing time. And he brings light and joy and laughter to everywhere he goes, every situation, to everyone. And that's truly one of his great strengths and gifts. And so it's total fun all the time, 24/7.
I can't wait to see. This is so exciting. Thank you all so much. So we are so looking forward to Aristotle's reality check coming soon.
Did I get the part? I don't know. I want to make sure that you all know that Frederick is a part of the show as well. And I have known him since we were about 12 years old. We used to sing together in Mitchell Singing Boys Choir, and we traveled all around the world. And he is a loyal, awesome friend ever since, from childhood. So you guys need to know who he is as well.
Well, thank you, and I'm glad to be a part of it. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. I don't know what we're going to do yet. Whatever it is, this is going to be very exciting.
Very.